Hi students, welcome to history class. Before starting lesson, I am asking some questions from previous class. When did Third Carnatic War started? In 1756 to 1763. What is the main reason for Third Carnatic War? In Europe, War of 7 years started between English and French, and it continued even in India in the form of Third Carnatic War. Which treaty ended Third Carnatic War? Treaty of Paris. What are the results of Third Carnatic War? First one, French lost all their bases in India. Second, French lost their importance in India. Third, Pondicherry was returned to French. Fourth one, by defeating their enemies, English consolidated their political power in India. These are all the effects of Third Carnatic War. Okay. Now I am asking some questions from Battle of Plassey. Who was Sirajuddaula? Sirajuddaula was the Nawab of Bengal. When did Battle of Plassey took place? On January 23rd, 1757, Battle of Plassey took place. What are the causes of Battle of Plassey? First one, misuse of duskards. Second, mending of fort without permission. Third, Black Room tragedy. These are the three causes of Battle of Plassey. What is Black Room tragedy? Sirajuddaula captured Fort William and he imprisoned 146 Englishmen. Out of 146, 123 Englishmen were died. This incident came to be known as Black Room tragedy. Who was Mir Jafar? Mir Jafar was the military leader of Sirajuddaula. Why did Mir Jafar give support to English during Battle of Plassey? Because Robert Clive offered the post of Nawab of Bengal to Mir Jafar. So he gave support to British during a Battle of Plassey. Okay. When and between whom the Battle of Plassey took place? Between British and Sirajuddaula on January 23rd, 1757. Battle of Plassey took place. Yes, students, let's today's class we learn what are the outcome or results of Battle of Plassey. What are the results of a Battle of Plassey? Okay, first one, this war brought out immorality, lack of unity among Indians and greediness of Indian businessmen. Okay, first point what's this war brought out immorality among Indians. Clear this? Battle of Plassey brought out immorality among Indians. In the beginning, there is no morality among Indians. Okay, so due to this war, morality created among the Indians. Okay, not only this war brought out lack of unity among Indians. Okay, in the beginning there is no unity among Indians. Okay, so this war created unity among Indians. Clear this? This war brought out lack of unity among Indians. In the beginning, there is no unity among Indians. So this war created unity among Indians. Okay, our native rulers, they have no unity. But when British started to rule in our country, then automatically what happened? Unity created among Indians. Next, third one. This war brought out greed of Indian businessmen. Okay. Okay. In the beginning, the main aim of Indian businessmen was to getting more profit or earning more profit. Okay, that means we want something more. We want to get something more. That is called greed. Okay. Today I have 10 lakh rupee. Tomorrow I want to get 1 crore rupee. That is called greedy nature. Okay, without any effort want to get more money. This feeling is called greediness. Okay, in the beginning this nature, greed nature, that is common among Indian businessmen, but this war brought out greediness of Indian business. Oh, they understand British were ruling in our country. They were the foreigners, but they started to rule in our country. Okay, so they are all united. Okay, united, and they tried to send British out from our country. Okay, this is the first effect of a Battle of Plassey. Okay, then with this first point, second point. Mir Jafar become the Nawab of Bengal. Okay. Here, Robert Clive. He was the British leader, British army leader. He offered the post of Nawab of Bengal to Mir Jafar. So Mir Jafar gave support to English during the Battle of Plassey. So in a Battle of Plassey, Sirajuddaula died. Later, Mir Jafar became the Nawab of Bengal with the support of English. Okay, but what happened? He remained as puppet in the hands of English. Okay, but he remained puppet. What is this puppet? In the hands of English. Okay, puppet means he remained under the control of British. He don't have any freedom. He is the Nawab. He was the Nawab of Bengal only for name. But who are the real administrators here? English. Okay. In the beginning only, Mir Jafar want to become the Nawab of Bengal. With the support of British, he became the Nawab of Bengal. But he was not an independent ruler. He remained as a puppet in the hands of English. He was always remained under the control of British. He don't have any freedom. Okay, he was considered as the Nawab of Bengal only for name, but he was under the control of British. Okay, this is the second effect. Clear? These two effects clear? First one, this war brought out immorality among Indians. In the beginning, there is no morality among the Indians. Okay, but this war created morality among Indians. Then this war brought out lack of unity among Indians. Okay, in the beginning there is no unity among Indians. Okay, but this war created unity among Indians. Next, this war brought out greed of Indian businessman. Okay, in the beginning, the main intention of Indian businessman was to earning more profit. Okay, or more want. Okay, so this nature was removed by this battle. Okay, this war removed greed of Indian businessman. Okay, this is the first effect of Battle of Plassey. What is the second effect? Mir Jafar became the Nawab of Bengal. Okay, here Robert Clive, he was the British leader. He offered the post of Nawab of Bengal to Mir Jafar. So he gave support to British during the Battle of Plassey. So Mir Jafar, he became the Nawab of Bengal, but he was not a independent king. He remained as puppet in the hands of English. He was always remained under the control of English. He don't have any freedom. He was the Nawab of Bengal only for name. Okay, but who are the real administrators here? English were the real administrators here. These are the two effects of Battle of Plassey. Now we may study about the third effect. What is the third effect? The East India Company gained exclusive right over trade in Bengal. Okay. In the beginning, British continued their trade only as traders. Later, they become administrators. Okay, they took whole Bengal province to their control. Okay, so they took full right over trade in a Bengal province. Isn't it? Okay, in the beginning, English continued their relationship with India as traders. Later they become administrators. They took whole Bengal province. It includes Bengal, Bihar and Odisha. All these provinces to their control, and they got full right over trade in Bengal. This is the third effect of Battle of Plassey. Fourth one. The Battle of Plassey become the cause of Battle of Buxar. Okay, another effect. Battle of Plassey. It gave chance to Battle of Buxar in future. Okay, Battle of Plassey. It gave chance to Battle of Buxar. This is the third effect. This is the fourth effect. Then next, Mir Jafar had to pay 17 crore and 70 lakhs to East India Company as war Sirajuddaulas attack on Fort William as war expenditure or war indemnity. Okay, here Mir Jafar had to pay 17 crore. Okay, 17 crore and 70 lakh rupees to East India Company. Why? Because Sirajuddaula made attack on Fort William. Okay, so as war expenditure, okay, or war indemnity, Mirzapur had to pay 17 crore and 70 lakh rupees to East India Company. Clear this? In the beginning, Sirajuddaula made attack on Fort William. Okay, so Mirzapur had to pay 17 crore and 70 lakh rupees to English as war expenditure. Clear this? This is the fourth effect of, this is the fifth result of Battle of Plassey. Okay, these are all the effects of Battle of Plassey. Clear this? Okay, what is the first effect? This war brought out immorality, lack of unity among Indians, and greed of Indian businessmen. Okay, then a second one, Mirzapur became the Nawab of Bengal, but he was not considered as an independent Nawab. He was the Nawab of Bengal only for name, but he was always remained puppet in the hands of English, or he was remained under the control of British. Okay, then a third one, company gained exclusive right. Okay, company gained exclusive right over trade in Bengal. Here East India Company got full power to do trade activities in Bengal province. In the beginning, English were the traders. Later they become administrators. Okay. Next, Battle of Plassey become the Battle of Buxar. Okay, Battle of Plassey, it gave chance to Battle of Buxar in future. Okay, this is the fourth effect. Then fifth effect, Mirzapur had to pay 17 crore and 70 lakh rupees to East India Company. Okay, Mirzapur had to pay 17 crore and 70 lakh rupees to East India Company. Why did he had to pay that much of money to English? Because Sirajuddaula made attack on Fort William. In that, as a result of this, he had to pay war expenditure. Okay, in the form of cash. How much cash? 17 crore and 70 lakh rupees to East India Company. These are all the effects or results of Battle of Plassey. Okay, totally here what happened after Mirzapur became the Nawab of Bengal. British got earned a lot of profit. But what happened? Greediness of company, then company officials, then employees, all these increased without limit. What is the result of that? Here treasury become bankruptcy. Okay, full money account emptied. Okay, why? Due to the greediness of English. Okay, due to the greediness of company, East India Company, then company officials, then company employees. Here money account completely emptied. In that moment, British considered Mirzapur as the inefficient king, and they dethroned Mirzapur, and in the place of Mirzapur they brought his relative Mir Qasim as the Nawab of Bengal. Okay, in this way Mir Qasim came to power in the place of Mirzapur. Okay, here Mirzapur, he can't fulfill the increased demands of East India Company. Okay, finally what happened? Here money account emptied. There is no money in account. So in that moment, British considered Mirzapur was inefficient king. Really, what is the main reason for this treasury bankruptness? Main reason is greediness of East India Company. Okay, they spent money for everything without limit. So, money account emptied. Clear this? Okay. In this way, Mir Kashim became the Nawab of Bengal. Clear this? What is the reason for how does Mir Kashim came to power? What is the reason? Due to the greediness of East India Company, then company officials and company employees. Here what happened? Treasury went bankrupt, or treasury means money account become bankrupt. Bankrupt means emptied. Money account become emptied. Okay, in this moment English considered Mir Jafar was the inefficient king, and they brought Mir Kashim in the place of Mir Jafar. In this way, Mir Kashim came to power, or he became the Nawab of Bengal. Okay. We may study about Battle of Buxar took place in the year 1764. Okay. How does Mir Kashim came to power? Here, Mir Jafar was failed to fulfill the demands of East India Company. So, they dethroned Mir Jafar and they brought Mir Kashim as the Nawab of Bengal. Okay, so how is the nature of Mir Kashim? Okay, here Mir Kashim was an efficient administrator. Okay, he was efficient administrator. And in the beginning, he was loyal to East India Company. Loyal to East India Company. Okay, then he gave 2 lakh pounds to East India Company. 2 lakh pounds to East India Company. Not only this, he gave some other places also to East India Company. Okay, how is the nature of Mir Kashim? He was a efficient administrator, or he was a able administrator. Then in the beginning, he remained loyal to East India Company. Okay, he gave very good respect to East India Company. Not only this, he gave 2 lakh pounds, okay, rupees to East India Company. Including that, he gave some other places also to East India Company. But what happened? Later he declared himself as independent king. Okay, he declared he was independent king. Okay, he declared himself as he was the independent king. So, as an independent king, he did one good work. What is that good work? After verifying the misuse of the skirts, he made all tax-free trade in Bengal. Okay, he verified misuse of the skirts and he made all tax-free trade in India, in Bengal. Okay, here in the beginning only British traders got permission to do tax-free trade in Bengal. But what Mir Kashim did here, he verified the misuse of the skirts and he made all tax-free trade in Bengal. All, including Indian merchants and British merchants, they can engage in tax-free trade in Bengal. So what happened? Indian traders, Indian traders developed competition. Okay, Indian traders developed competition with the British traders. Okay, Indian traders developed competition with the British traders. So British trade suffered full loss. Okay, here British got a loss. They can't earn profit here. Why? Because Mir Qasim has made all tax-free trade in Bengal. Okay, both the British and Indian traders can engage in tax-free trade in Bengal without paying any tax. Both Indian traders and British traders can engage in a trade. So what happened? Indian traders developed competition with the British traders. So it gave loss to British. Okay, British suffered full loss. Okay, they can't able to compete with the Indian traders. So they felt a full loss here. This was enough for English to oppose Mir Qasim. So British opposed Mir Qasim. Okay. Here really British were two cunning people. Okay, cheating people. They were the big cheaters. Okay. So this was enough for English to oppose Mir Qasim. So what they did? Okay, they British brought Mir Jafar again. Okay, they brought Mir Jafar again and dethroned Mir Qasim. Okay, they dethroned Mir Qasim. Okay, here Mir Qasim, he didn't give full support to East India Company. Okay, how? After becoming an independent king, he verified misuse of Daskhats. Okay, Daskhats were misused by the officials of company. So after verifying the misuse of Daskhats, Mir Qasim made all tax-free trade in Bengal. So Indian traders developed competition with the British traders. So British got full loss. But the British did not like this. They want more profit. Okay, so this chance is enough for British to oppose Mir Qasim. Okay, so what they did, once again they brought Mir Qasim as Nawab of Bengal. And they made Mir Qasim to leave the post of Nawab. Okay, here Mir Qasim got full angry on British. He knew the cunningness of British very well. So he decided to fight against British with big army. Clear this? Okay. Mir Qasim decided. He decided to fight with the British. Clear this? Mir Qasim decided to fight with British. So he prepared for war with lot of preparation. First he entered agreement. Okay, he entered agreement with whom? Mughal Emperor Shah Alam II. Mughal Emperor Shah Alam II. Okay, and Nawab of Awadh. Who is that Nawab of Awadh? Nawab of Awadh. Sujah-ud-Dawla. Okay, who is that Nawab of Awadh? Sujah-ud-Dawla. He entered agreement with the Mughal Emperor Shah Alam II and Nawab of Awadh. Who is that Nawab of Awadh? Sujah-ud-Dawla. Okay, so combined army of Mir Qasim met, okay, at Buxar. Combined army of Mir Qasim met British at Buxar under the leadership of Hector Munro. Who is the leader of this army? Hector Munro. Okay. Combined army of Mir Qasim met British at Buxar under the leadership of Hector Munro. Okay, so what is the result in 1764? Okay, in 1764. So what is the result of this war? Here Mir Qasim defeated by the hands of Hector Munro and he ran away from the battlefield. Okay, clear this. First what happened? British brought Mir Jafar again as the Nawab of Bengal and they dethroned Mir Qasim. So Mir Qasim, you know the cheating of British, so he decided to fight against British. Mir Qasim decided to fight against British. So he made a preparation for war and he was supported by Indian traders and artisans. Then artisans all gave support to Mir Qasim. First he made agreement. He entered treaty or agreement with the Mughal Emperor Shah Alam II and Nawab of Awadh Sujah-ud-Dawla. Both agreed to give support to Mir Qasim. So combined army including Mughal Emperor and Nawab of Awadh Sujah-ud-Dawla. Combined army of Mir Qasim met British at Buxar. Okay, under the leadership of Hector Munro. Who is the leader of this British army here? Hector Munro. In which place? Buxar. In which year? In 1764. So what is the result of this war? Here Mir Qasim defeated. Okay. Result of battle of Buxar. What are the results of battle of Buxar? Results of battle of Buxar. First one, Mir Qasim defeated and run away from battlefield. Clear this? Mir Qasim defeated by the hands of British army. Okay, and he ran away from the war field or battlefield. Okay, then Shah Alam II, Mughal Emperor Shah Alam II surrendered to British. Mughal Emperor Shah Alam II surrendered to British. In this way, the effort of combined army to defeat British was completely unsuccessful. Okay, British, they can't able to defeat the army of British. Okay, this is the result of battle of Buxar. Okay. Tomorrow class we may study more about what are the result or effects of battle of Buxar. Thank you students.